All right, so you're ready to elevate your smoking experience.
And you're trying to figure out if
Yeah.
a water pipe or a dry pipe is right for you.
Right. There's so much information out there.
Oh,
It can
absolutely.
be really overwhelming.
Yeah.
So
We're going to break it down.
we're here to help you cut
Okay.
through all the noise
Yeah.
and figure out what actually matters.
Get to the essentials.
It's like a cheat sheet to picking the perfect pipe for you.
Exactly. Like, think of it like a shortcut
Okay,
to getting to the good stuff.
first up, we've got water pipes.
The water pipes.
Bongs, bubblers,
Yeah.
all those kind of mesmerizing devices with the bubbling filtration.
Yeah, they're cool.
I mean,
They look cool.
there's something almost magical about them.
Well, there's definitely a science to that magic. That water filtration isn't just for show.
Right.
It makes a real difference. The water actually cools down the smoke and filters out some of the harsher particles.
Oh, wow.
So you end up with a smoother, less irritating hit, which is a big win for a lot of people.
It's kind of like the difference between
huge.
taking a shot of tequila and
Yeah.
sipping a nice cocktail.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. One is intense and direct. The other one's smoother and more enjoyable.
It's all about that smooth experience.
Yeah, and here's where it gets even more interesting. Water filtration also helps preserve those delicate terpenes.
Terpenes.
The aromatic compounds that give cannabis its unique flavors and smells.
Yes.
So you get a richer, more nuanced taste.
So that's where
Yeah.
water pipes really shine, is that flavor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we were talking about dry pipes before. Dry pipes are pretty straightforward.
Right.
But with water pipes, you have so many options to customize your experience.
Yeah, and there's all those cool features.
We're talking percolators,
Yeah.
ice catchers, diffusers, all of these things that not only enhance the smoothness, but also let you fine-tune the flavor profile.
So you could
They
become
really dial it in.
like an alchemist of your own smoke.
It's like becoming an alchemist of your own smoke.
I love that.
Right.
But let's be honest,
Mm.
those intricate designs can also make them a bit
They can be a little finicky.
delicate
Yeah.
and kind of a hassle to clean.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't just toss a bong in your backpack
Well,
and head out
yeah.
the door.
that is true. Water pipes definitely require more TLC than their simpler counterparts.
Right.
They're more fragile, they take up more space, and cleaning can be a bit of a chore if you let things build up.
Yeah, if you're not staying on top of it.
It definitely happens.
So that's where dry pipes come in with their no-fuss attitude.
Yeah, dry pipes are the champions of convenience and portability.
Right.
No water, no mess, just your herb and a simple pipe.
You can slip a small pipe in your pocket.
Yep.
Hardly notice it's there.
And because you're inhaling directly from the source, the hit is more potent and immediate.
It's like taking an espresso shot.
It's like a shot of espresso.
You get that caffeine kick
Right away.
immediately. Okay, so we've got our smooth operator with the water pipe and the quick hit champion with the dry pipe.
Yeah.
But let's get real. What are the downsides to each?
Every rose has its thorns.
Yeah.
Right. So with dry pipes, that direct inhalation also means the smoke's going to be harsher on your throat and lungs.
Okay.
And you might not get the same level of flavor complexity that you would with a water pipe.
Right.
It's a trade-off for that simplicity and portability.
So if you're someone who's sensitive to harsh smoke or really values a flavorful experience, a dry pipe might not be the best fit.
Probably not the best choice.
But if you're prioritizing convenience and portability,
It could be your go-to.
it could be your go-to choice.
For sure.
So it really comes down to your personal needs and preferences.
Exactly. It all comes down to figuring out your priorities.
Yeah.
Let's say you love to share your smoking experience with friends
Wow.
and enjoy trying different strains with their nuanced flavors.
Hmm.
In that case, a water pipe might be the way to go. But if you're more of a solo smoker who likes to keep things simple and discreet, a dry pipe might be your best buddy.
Yeah. So you can have both.
You can have both.
You don't have to choose.
You don't have to pick just one.
Yeah.
Some people have a water pipe for relaxing at home and a trusty dry pipe for when they're on the move.
Now that's what I call having the best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds, for sure.
But let's not forget, there's a whole universe of variety within each category.
Yeah, that's where it gets
Right.
really interesting. It's not just about water pipe versus dry pipe.
Right.
It's about finding the specific type of each that resonates with you.
So we've got to explore those variations
You've got to dive a little deeper.
and see what makes each one unique.
Yeah,
I'm already feeling like I'm leveling up my smoking game
me too.
just by talking about this.
This is great.
All right, so let's unpack some of those variations and see what makes each one unique.
Let's get into it.
I am all ears.
All right. Okay. So you're intrigued by the world of water pipes, but maybe feeling a little intimidated by all the options out there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Where do we even begin?
So let's break it down. You've got your classic bongs,
Okay.
which are those tall, upright pieces.
Those are the ones that really come to mind when I think water pipe.
Exactly.
But aren't there smaller, more compact versions too?
Exactly. Those are called bubblers.
Bubblers.
They're essentially mini bongs.
Wow.
Perfect if you're looking for something a bit more discreet or portable.
So if I'm picturing this correctly, a bong is like the majestic oak tree of the water pipe family,
I like that.
and a bubbler is like the cute bonsai version.
That's a great way to put it.
I love it.
And within each of those categories, you've got a whole range of designs and features to explore.
Okay.
Like, for example, you mentioned percolators earlier. Those are those extra chambers within the water pipe that help further filter and cool the smoke.
I've seen some with multiple percolators.
You can stack them.
Does that mean smoother smoke?
Generally, yes. The more percolators, the more the smoke gets broken up and filtered, resulting in a smoother, cooler hit.
Okay.
But it's not just about quantity. The design of the percolator also plays a role.
So it's not just about stacking percolators like building blocks.
Right.
What are some of the different percolator styles that I should look out for?
Well, there are tons of variations.
Oh, wow.
Some popular ones include tree percolators, honeycomb percolators, and showerhead percolators.
Okay.
Each one has its own unique way of diffusing and filtering the smoke, creating different levels of smoothness and flavor enhancement.
It's like choosing the right filter for your coffee.
It really is.
You want the one that's going to bring out the best flavor and give you the desired level of smoothness.
Exactly.
Okay. So percolators are important. And what about materials? Most water pipes are made of glass,
Most are.
but you can also find them in ceramic or silicone.
Mm-hmm.
What are the
yeah.
pros and cons of each material?
Well, that's a good question.
I imagine glass is the most fragile, but maybe also the easiest to clean.
You got it. Glass is the classic choice for water pipes because it's heat resistant, easy to clean, and doesn't affect the flavor of the smoke.
Right.
But yeah, it is fragile, so you have to be careful.
So silicone seems like a good option if you're prone to clumsiness like myself?
Absolutely. Silicone water pipes are virtually indestructible.
Okay.
They're great for travel or if you're worried about accidental drops.
But do they affect the flavor of the smoke?
Yeah.
I know some silicone kitchenware can retain odors.
That's a valid concern. High-quality silicone water pipes are usually made with food-grade silicone that's odor-resistant.
Okay.
But it's always a good idea to check the reviews and make sure it's specifically designed for smoking.
Good to know. Okay, so we've covered bongs, bubblers, percolators, and materials.
We've covered a lot of ground.
What about the world of dry pipes? Where do we even begin with those?
Well, dry pipes might seem simpler at first glance,
Right.
but they also offer a surprising amount of variety. One of the most classic dry pipe styles is the spoon pipe,
Okay.
which is shaped well like a spoon.
Those are the ones I'm most familiar with.
Yeah, the classic.
Simple, straightforward, and they get the job done.
Exactly.
What else is there?
And then you've got Sherlock pipes,
Sherlock pipes.
which have that distinctive curved shape that resembles, you guessed it, Sherlock Holmes's pipe.
Those are so cool. I've always loved the way they look.
They are pretty stylish.
But are they purely aesthetic, or is there a functional difference between a spoon pipe and a Sherlock pipe?
The curved shape of a Sherlock pipe can actually help cool the smoke slightly as it travels through that longer stem.
Okay.
It's not as effective as water filtration,
Right.
but it can make a subtle difference.
Interesting. So even within the realm of dry pipes, there are these nuances to consider.
There are.
What about materials for dry pipes? I've seen them in wood, metal, glass, and even stone.
You're right, the material options are pretty diverse. Each material has its own unique properties that affect the smoking experience.
This is all so fascinating. I feel like I'm getting a crash course in pipe science.
It's all about understanding those subtle details that can make a big difference in your smoking enjoyment.
Okay, so now I'm thinking, great, I have all this knowledge about different types of water pipes and dry pipes, but how do I actually choose the one that's right for me?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It all comes down to reflecting on your personal preferences, lifestyle, and smoking habits.
So like, what kind of smoker am I? What do I prioritize? What kind of experience am I looking for?
Exactly. For instance, let's talk about your smoking style. Do you prefer long, leisurely sessions, or are you more of a quick hit kind of person?
That's a great question. I think it depends on the occasion. Sometimes I like to savor the experience and really indulge in the flavors,
Okay.
and other times I just want a quick puff to unwind.
That's perfectly normal. And it's a good indication that you might benefit from having both a water pipe and a dry pipe in your arsenal. A water pipe for those relaxed, flavorful sessions, and a dry pipe for those times when you want a quick and easy hit.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm starting to see how having different pipes for different occasions could really enhance my smoking experience.
Mm.
But before we wrap up, I have to ask, what about all those other cool smoking devices I've heard about?
Oh, yeah,
Like gravity bongs and vaporizers.
those are out there.
Are those worth exploring too?
Absolutely. We've been focusing on the classic water pipe versus dry pipe debate, but the world of smoking devices is constantly evolving.
Right.
Gravity bongs, as you mentioned, are a whole other beast.
Yeah.
They use water and air pressure to create these incredibly smooth and powerful hits.
Whoa, that sounds intense.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of them online and they look pretty wild.
They definitely make a statement. And then there are vaporizers, which are becoming increasingly popular.
Yeah.
They heat your herb to a precise temperature without actually burning it, so you're inhaling vapor instead of smoke.
I've been curious about vaporizers for a while. People say the vapor is much smoother and less harsh on the lungs.
That's right. And because you're not combusting the herb, you're also getting a much cleaner flavor profile.
Okay.
Many people find they can taste the subtle nuances of the terpenes more clearly with a vaporizer.
So it's not just about the health benefits, it's also about enhancing the flavor experience.
Exactly. Vaporizers are a great option if you're looking for a smoother, more flavorful, and potentially healthier way to enjoy your herb.
It is also eye-opening. I feel like I've been living under a rock when it comes to smoking devices.
Well, consider this your official invitation to step out of that rock and explore the vast and exciting world of smoking innovation.
I'm ready to embrace the adventure. So where do you recommend I start?
I'd say the best way to find your perfect smoking device is to do some research, read reviews, and maybe even visit a local smoke shop where you can see different options in person
Yeah.
and talk to some experts.
That's a great idea. I love the idea of supporting a local business and getting expert advice.
And don't be afraid to experiment. Try different types of pipes, different materials, different features.
Right.
See what resonates with you. It's all about finding what enhances your enjoyment and makes your smoking experience truly personalized.
I'm so glad we had this conversation. I feel like I've leveled up my smoking knowledge significantly.
Me too. It's been a pleasure diving deep into the world of smoking devices with you.
And to all you listeners out there, we hope this deep dive has given you the insights and inspiration you need to find your perfect puff.
Remember, it's all about personal preference, exploration, and enjoying the journey.
Happy smoking, everyone.